What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Nick from the Getthisnick channel. We are back with another video, and for those of you returning subscribers, yes, I got the Lincoln Town Car behind me, but for those of you that are new to the channel, you clicked on this because you saw the title and you're curious, you're looking to buy a used car, or maybe you're just curious about what the car I'm going to mention. Let's not talk any further. Let's kind of just jump right into it and kind of break this down for you guys. So unless you've been living underneath a rock the last couple years, the prices of everything have gone up tremendously, and especially vehicles. Whether it's a new car, a used car, interest rates, period, it is very, very difficult to purchase a car nowadays. It's just very, very expensive. I want to say the average car payment for somebody right now is like $600 or $700 or $800 a month, somewhere in that range. I'll pull it up and throw it up on the screen for you guys. But it's absolutely insane. So if you're like me and you're just sick of paying a car payment, or maybe you just don't have a car right now and you're looking to buy something but you want to make the right decision, I think if you keep watching this video, I might be able to convince you to buy something similar to this Lincoln Town Car, or maybe even a Lincoln Town Car. Now what I mean by that is this. So this Lincoln Town Car, it looks very similar to the Ford Crown Victoria or the Mercury Grand Marquis, and the reason being is that they were actually built on the same platform. So when you see those Ford Crown Vics that you guys are so familiar with, whether it's from taxi fleet services or police departments that use them, they were all built on the same platform. This generation ran from 2003 to 2011. So this one that we're talking about today is my 2004. But from 2003 to 2011, they're practically all the same. There was minor tweaks here and there, but engine, transmission, all that stuff is all the same between those three cars. So let's talk about it. So they had these Ford Crown Vics, and obviously, as you guys know, they used them a bunch in New York City for taxi services or police departments. And you got to think, these cars were basically ran non-stop, whether it was two taxi guys sharing it 12 hours on, 12 hours on. They were running 24/7. They were stop and go traffic. Police were using them in high-speed chases, stop and go traffic. The idle hours were insane. And this engine, this V8 engine that's in these cars, just kept going. And all it had was this big V8 and this 4-speed transmission, and they were just built for tough, I guess I could say. Any sort of like Facebook group or Reddit group or blog post or anything you look, when you bring up what's one of the most reliable used cars you can get, the Ford Crown Vic, Lincoln Town Car, whatever, however you want to refer to it, it is always brought up. And that was one of the things that caught my attention when I was looking for a used vehicle. I had my 2014 Ford F-150 Raptor. I wanted to get rid of it. I wanted to get out of the car payments. I was looking for a used vehicle that I could purchase in cash outright and not deal with a car payment. And obviously, anytime you buy a used vehicle, you're rolling the dice because you don't know how it's going to treat you. And if you get it and it breaks down, now you don't have a car, you're paying more money than you wanted to, and you're in this whole mess. So reliability was my #1 concern when buying a used car. So as is, these cars have been proven. They are tried and true to be pretty reliable. But in the instance that something does break on these cars, not only are parts plentiful because it was split over those 3 different cars, but they're very easy to work on. A lot of mechanics or anyone you talk to, if something goes wrong on this car, for the most part, it's pretty easy to replace, swap out, whatever you want to call it. So in the instance that something does go wrong, the parts are cheap, they're easy to find, and it's easy to replace. It's easy to do. It's not like you got to get into a bunch of crazy stuff to fix these things. It just, you kind of get them in there, you fix them up, and you send them right back to eat up more miles. That's just the way they work. So for me, that was great because I had that peace of mind of, okay, these things are pretty reliable, and if something does go wrong, it's not gonna break the bank to fix it. Now, obviously, just like any car, these things aren't foolproof. There's stuff that does go wrong, and there's common issues with them that you need to look out for. But for the most part, especially for $5,000 or less, it's a great car. It's a super reliable car. And not only are they reliable, but the safety scores on these big land yachts that these things are were great. This thing got 5 stars in a lot of its crash tests from whatever. You go on Google and search them up, but it doesn't matter the source or who did the test. A lot of these things were proven as just very big, durable, safe vehicles, which is always a plus too. So not only is it reliable, but it's also safe, which is huge. And obviously this is the Lincoln version of it, so it's more expensive. As you can see, it's got the nice chrome wheels and all that stuff, but you could easily get a Ford Crown Vic, which it's obviously not going to have, you know, all the wood grain and all this fancy stuff, but for a car to get you from point A to point B, you could find these Ford Crown Vics all day on Facebook Marketplace for, I'm being generous when I say $5,000. You could find these things for $4,000, $3,000. Yeah, they might have a little bit more mileage. They might have some rust to them. But if you're getting a running car for that type of money, especially in today's day and age, how could you possibly be picky or complain? And yeah, when you're buying a car for under $5,000, you know, it's not going to come with the Bluetooth and the backup cameras and everything like that. But for something solid to get you from point A to point B, that's reliable, that's safe, and that's comfortable, these cars, they're pretty hard to beat. And I know when you get in this game to buy a used car, you know, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla, those are, you know, two common ones that get brought up a lot. And they're very reliable and good cars too, great on gas. But for something comfortable, you can't beat how comfortable these things are because of how long, how big they are. And this one, in, you know, with the air ride suspension, it just floats. Like, these cars are super, super comfortable cars. So it's reliable, it's easy to work on, it is safe, and it floats. It's comfortable, it rides nice. It's, you know, there's not really a lot more you could ask for. Now, yes, obviously, with it being the big V8 engine and the 4-speed transmission, it doesn't get the best gas mileage. You know, right now I'm averaging, with mixed driving, about 18 miles per gallon. A lot of guys swear that with strictly highway driving, they're able to get somewhere around the low 20s, 22, 23 miles per gallon. But I feel like the gas mileage is a small price to pay when you look at the major things that I've already mentioned, the pros of this car. And for me personally, coming from a Ford Raptor where I was averaging 12 miles per gallon, I'll take the 18 all day long. But that's basically all I got, guys. For under $5,000, go on Facebook Marketplace, type in Lincoln Town Car, type in Ford Crown Vic, Crown Victoria, and just take a look. Yeah, you might find one with 130, 150,000 miles, but if you're in a pinch and you need a car and you got only a couple grand that you're willing to spend, it might be a pretty good option for you. I personally think it's a great one. But as always, do your research, buy what you want to buy. Don't go buy this car and then God forbid it breaks down. Don't come on here and say, hey, this random Getthisnick kid on YouTube told me to buy it and it'd be fine. No, obviously do your research, get a pre-purchase inspection if you can, have your mechanic look at it or take it to a shop to get looked at, and you know, do what's best for you, make a call. But obviously it's always a gamble when you're buying a used vehicle. But hopefully if you're in the market for a car, you're looking to get something, that these cars are on your list, because I personally think it is one of the best cars you could buy, especially in the price range of under $5,000. But as always, if you guys are enjoying the content, this is your first video here on the channel, I have other videos with this Lincoln Town Car going over different things about it, and you can kind of see it more in depth. For those of you that are returning subscribers and viewers, appreciate you guys subscribing and checking out all the videos. I've been kind of dragging on getting one out, so I wanted to get one out for you guys today. But yeah, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think is one of the best cars you could buy for under $5,000. Besides this, I mentioned Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla, but what else is out there? If you had only $5,000 and you need to buy a used car today, what would you go for? Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for all the comments and the love on the videos. It's much appreciated. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.